Hi, happy Wednesday. This is our help video for this week. I think I promised last week that this week I would be talking about verbs, but I realized I was a little off in my timing and we don't start verbs until next week, the second part of chapter 2. So hang tight, and next week we will have a riveting conversation about conjugating verbs. For this week though, since there's new content that you're working on, but none of it seems to, at least at this point, be specifically problematic for anybody. So I wanted to talk a little bit about managing your time and workflow, and I've talked about it a little bit in my other videos, but I wanted to give some suggestions, especially for those of you who work full-time. I know that a lot of you do have full-time jobs and families and busy schedules, and so I wanted to talk about how you can best manage your study time to hit those 16 hours a week that you're expected for the class. But keep in mind that those don't always have to be sitting in front of the computer working on My Spanish Lab or watching videos in Blackboard. So here's some ideas for how you might use some more flexible arrangement of your schedule to get exposed to the topics that we're working on throughout the week. I know a lot of you work on the class mostly on the weekends, so I want to encourage you, if that's your workflow, if most of your time is on the weekends, I always have each unit available the weekend before it's due. So I make it available on Friday. It's not due until the following Sunday at midnight. So, and I know a lot of times, because it's life and it's busy, you're working up against that second weekend and getting things done just right before the deadline. But I'd encourage you to start looking at how you might leverage your time a little bit on the front end. So when if you're still, let's say for this week, you're still finishing up week 4 this coming weekend, but as you finish up week 4, also take a look ahead at week 5. And here's some things that I would recommend that you do, like on Sunday or Monday, if you have an hour or so to work on Monday, and get started on the unit. Read through the assignments, read through the textbook pages. So look in Blackboard and see what textbook pages we're covering that week, and just read through those. You're not reading through for understanding, just for exposure. So just to get familiar with the concepts and the ideas, because the way our brains work, once we've heard something, I don't know if you've had this experience where, let's say you learn a new word and all of a sudden you see that word everywhere. That's a function of the way our brains work, that something that is familiar to us, we are more likely to see. So when you read through the textbook, even if you don't completely understand everything, you're planting those seeds in your brain of those concepts that we're going to be working on that week. So reading it early on gives your brain some time to just kind of think about it and let it germinate there a little bit in your brain. So read through the textbook pages, download, if it's a week that has vocabulary, download those MP3 files to your phone. If you have a smartphone, a lot of my recommendations have to do with leveraging your smartphone use throughout the week. So download those MP3 files to your phone so that you can listen to them when you're driving. And it's just the lists of vocabulary. It's nothing exciting. And there's those little conversation snippets that you can download as well. But what you're doing is you're developing the recognition of those words in your ear, in your brain. So download those MP3 files. Make sure that you have access on your phone to the flashcards. In course documents, I have a link to all of the Quizlet flashcards. So if you haven't yet done so, download the Quizlet app and make sure that you've saved the current week's flashcards to your Quizlet account. And then you can, if you're sitting waiting for an appointment, or you can hand your phone to your kids and have them quiz you on the vocabulary throughout the week. But you just have quick, easy access then to all of the vocabulary. And Quizlet also has the sound files, so you can click and listen to the vocabulary as well. So it gives you more opportunity to become familiar with the current week's vocabulary. So do that. So first, read through the textbook. Make sure you have the MP3 file for the vocabulary, and make sure you have the Quizlet flashcards. Then the final thing, if you have extra time and can do this, look at the videos that I have posted in Blackboard. So usually I have a combination of web pages and videos, but any videos that I have posted, see if you have YouTube on your phone, add those, log into your YouTube account. You can create one. If you have a Google account, you automatically have a YouTube account. So log into your account and add those videos, find the videos that I have linked and add them to your playlist. And that way you have easy access to them throughout the week. So again, if you have a few extra minutes, even if you aren't able to watch the video, hit play and just listen to the video. And again, it's just getting more exposure to the content and the topics of that week. So again, to recap, textbook, vocabulary audio, vocabulary flashcards, and YouTube videos. If you have the Blackboard app on your phone, you also then can have mobile on-the-go access to those videos. And although it might be a little more cumbersome to get to them, which is why I recommend putting them on your YouTube playlist. And then you also on that have access to the discussion board. And I think the discussion board is probably the strong point of the Blackboard app. So if you are busy and you have a hard time getting that discussion board posted by Wednesday, you might consider, it's still for your initial post, it's a little long to be composing that on your phone, but you could set some time aside and post to the discussion board, but then your replies, your follow-ups don't have to be as long, and those could be done from your phone from the Blackboard app. So some different ideas for how you can be working on Spanish, because again, you don't have to spend 16 hours a week working on My Spanish Lab. The My Spanish Lab assignments, start to finish, depending on the week, probably will take you about 4 or 5 hours, not 16. So this way you're getting some of those hours throughout the week as you're on the go and busy and doing your normal life stuff. So I hope that's helpful for you. If you have questions about any of that, shoot me an email or give me a call. And I hope you're having a good week, and I will see you online. Thanks.